So this is Code India Code Camp, and we want you all to, code, to be able to code and to be able to future programmer and to be able to code machines. Any idea what is coding? So Razia writes that coding is a set of instructions. Perfect. The language of computers. Fine. Very good. Anybody else would like to add? Devangi, you can type in the chat window. Coding means programming anything. Agreed. Coding means giving instructions to the computer, language of computer. So I love this answer, language of computer, and I will start from here. So we all human being, so everybody wants to communicate, right? If we want anything to be get it done, we need to communicate. So communication in human can be verbal, can be non-verbal. Verbal means your mama would say, oh, somehow get up and give me a glass of water, right? So she will be given an instruction to do a task. So you will go give a glass of water to your mama. Daddy will say that, go get me the remote of the TV. Please change the channel for me. So your parents communicate with you or your friends communicate with you. They give you instructions, right? So they speak to you in a language. At times, humans can do non-verbal communication also. So mama would stare with from eyes. So she would say, "Utho yahan se computer ke aage se, now study." So parents at time can, do even non-verbal communication. Mummy aise bhi kai baar dikhati hai na. So she wouldn't say anything, but we would understand what she's saying, that you are playing from 2 hours, 3 hours, now sit down to study, right? So there can be verbal communication, there can be non-verbal communication. So it means we need a language, either the language of eyes, language of gestures, or language of, spoken words to communicate with someone. But what if we have to communicate with computer? So we also need a language, right? Because we can communicate with somebody only using language. So the language with which you can communicate with computer, that is a special language, and it is called as programming language. And whatever we write, that is called as code. And the art of, typing code is called coding. So what is coding? Coding is, as somebody rightly said, that it is the giving instructions, step-by-step instructions to the computer in a language that they understand, is called art of coding. And all those who can code are called coders. So how many in this room are coders? Can I see yes in the chat window if you say that you are able to code in one or any other language? And what is the language in which you can code? Can you type the language also in which you can code? So Scratch, good to see that. Python, oh wow. Logo, excellent. Scratch. So many people for Scratch. Logo, again, yes. So use PowerPoint. How do you code in PowerPoint? Block code, excellent. Java, oh, we have people knowing Java also. HTML. How do you code in PowerPoint and Word? Can you give instructions to, okay, if you say that you would, press the cut command, and the computer would cut it for you. So you are not coding that, somebody else has already coded. You are utilizing that command, because these application softwares which are already there, like PowerPoint, Word, Excel, we are not coding. They are already being coded by somebody else. Those are ready-made recipes for us to use. So we will just select something, press the copy button, it will get copy. But we are not writing the code to copy. Are we writing the code? So in that sense, these application softwares are not coding languages, right? So don't put Paint, don't put PowerPoint, don't put Word, Excel. These are not coding platform. I agree, Scratch is a coding platform, Logo is a coding platform, Python is a coding platform, and even block code, Tinker, all these are coding platforms, right? So Nishita, that's so good to know that you can code in 4 languages, 4 platforms. Debanshi can also code in 4-5. That's excellent. So Debanjana, if you have to say something better, you can put your question in the chat window. I would take it. I see your hand raised, but I can't have the right, give you the rights to unmute. That's not the meeting setting. So you can ask your question in the chat window. Logo, Scratch. Again, my question to you, Harshal. TuxPaint is an application software which allows you to do something. So for example, if there is a ready-made line button, you pick that line button and draw a line. But you are not writing any code to draw a line. Somebody has already written it. You are just using that ready-made facility, right? So you are not coding actually for drawing a line. You are just selecting the tool and drawing the line. So all these are application software, right? So that is being coded by somebody else. We are not coding that. Metaverse, big terms are coming. Would somebody like to explain what is metaverse? Have you experienced metaverse? Can you type in the chat window? Java and block code. That's fantastic. Any child would like to explain COBOL? Oh, wow. COBOL is very old language. When I did coding, I started from COBOL. And if you have learned at this stage, kudos to you, because nowadays we have many good, easy programming languages. COBOL interface is still difficult to understand, age old. But if you have learned that, good. Metaverse is new name of Facebook. That's a news for me. So who said that metaverse is a, so somehow from where you got that name, that metaverse is a new name for Facebook. Okay. Okay, let me excite you by showing something. And then you tell me what is that concept called. So we would come to the actual coding. So because he has talked about metaverse, so something reminds me of something. So I'm just showing you how metaverse is not related to coding, but is related to something else. So I am just opening a presentation on my system and wants to show you one video. And then we would, so let me just share my screen and show you that. And then I will ask you a question. So I would show you first this video. And let me share my screen. And say a yes if you can hear everything in the chat window. So I'm just through my screen showing a little video to you. And then we will discuss. I will ask you some questions and you tell me what is happening here and how is it related to metaverse.
Today's breaking news. 2 of the children got secret magical powers. A boy got a hold of a T-Rex and he goes jogging with him every morning. Let's check out. Hey Tony, show your powers to everyone. About the boys who got magical powers. The first boy got hold of a T-Rex while the other boy got the power of explosion. Let's see it. Who is a topic for discussion since days, has now been spotted shooting lasers. Let's check out. I would like to report you that the explosive boy, or whatever you call it, he also had the powers of lightning, son of Thor. Let's check it out. Last days we are becoming us, the magical two. And so here we are, and we are doing a magical duet today in front of you. Let's get started. Let's get the battle started. Ooh, so go, Tony, finish him up. Oh no, you're so powerful. People love. Oh no, Tony, my friend. But doesn't matter. Take this beam. You're not strong as me. Take this beam, the mega powerful super beam.
So what did you observe? Can somebody tell me in the chat window? Was those effects real, fake, or what was happening? What was happening? So those effects were virtual reality, somebody says. Somebody says graphics, somebody says it was fake. Okay, now see one more video, then you will be able to relate it better, how those effects are added. And then I'll also show you that how the effect was actually added here and how you can also add these effects. So let's just see this one. So I will play this. So there are two videos on the screen. First is normally recorded. So see, this is normally recorded.
Today is my birthday and I got magical powers from Almighty. Don't you believe? So watch me and enjoy. I have to do preparations for my birthday. So first thing I need are some balloons over here. Oh, I got the balloons. Now I need some speakers over there. Oh, I got speakers. Now I need a racing car to play with my friends. Oh, I got my racing car. Now I need a host for my party. I'll get him over here. Now what to do? I forgot. I need to get a cake for my party. I'll get it in front of me. Oh.
Now see, this was a normal video recorded. And then.
Hello friends. Today is my birthday and I got magic.
Now see how he has added the effect.
Powers from Almighty. Don't you believe? So watch me and enjoy. I have to do preparations for my birthday. So first thing I need are some balloons over here. Oh, I got the balloons. Now I need some speakers over there. Oh, I got speakers. Now I need a racing car to play with my friends. Oh, I got my racing car. Now I need a host for my party. I'll get him over here. Now what to do? I forgot. I need to get a cake for my party. I'll get it in front of me. Cool.
So what happened? So the video was recorded normally without the objects. Then those objects were brought in into the environment, right? So this, what we are discussing, this is not related to coding. This is related to, somebody mentioned coding as metaverse. So I'm just trying to show metaverse has something to do with AR, VR, not actually to the, synonym to coding. So that's a very fantasy word where you can go inside the virtual world. So for example, if I have to give a presentation in a meeting room and I'm making a virtual presentation from my system computer, then I can actually show people that I can myself come onto the virtual environment and show it from there, right? Or if suppose I want to become what do you call these people, guides, those who take you to some places and show you those places. Now suppose you want somebody to take a virtual tour of that place. You are also on a virtual meeting, your clients are also in a virtual meeting, but you want to take them, you want to make them feel as if like a guide, you are taking them from one place to another. So what you can do is you can go into metaverse. So metaverse allows you to get into the virtual environment and take people around as if you are physically over there. So I'll show you one more example. And that is by, Microsoft is coming up with application of metaverse in the field of computers. And they have already started a lot of invention about it. So I'll just show one more video of metaverse to you. And then I'll just share my screen. And then we will move on go back to our discussion, which was coding. And Microsoft is going to make a lot of its features available even in Microsoft Teams. How many of you attend school classes on Microsoft Teams? Do you attend classes on Microsoft Teams in your school? So that's a video conferencing app by Microsoft. So they are going to, have this feature put into there. So I'm just going to share my screen once again and show you this particular video. Just give me 1 minute. My screen is not getting shared. So Shmita, can you check my rights? I'm not able to share. One minute. So, Bacha, just give me 1 minute. I am going to share the screen.
Aman, you have the rights.
Now it's fine. There was some glitch. So now please see this video. I hope it's visible.
Does it already exist? And are you already in it? Let's dig in. Simply put, a metaverse is a digital space inhabited by digital representations of people, places, and things. Think of it like a new version, or maybe a new vision of the internet. Many people talk about the internet as a place. Now we can actually go into that place to communicate, share, and work with others. It's an internet that you can actually interact with, like we do in the physical world. And it's not just a vision anymore. Right now, you can go to a concert and experience a show with other real people inside a video game. You can walk a factory floor from your own home. You can join a meeting remotely, but be in the room to collaborate with your coworkers. Those are metaverses, and the future is already here. Now, I can already hear some skepticism, but an avatar of me isn't me. My digital self is not my physical self. Well, that is technically true, but Microsoft is working to help you better represent your whole self in the digital space, while also ensuring that you can bring your humanity and your agency over that representation with you. If the past few years have taught us anything, it's that we need that flexibility. The world has never been more connected, but lately, we've often needed to distance ourselves physically. The closer we can reflect our physical selves in the digital realm, the more these barriers we can break down. Teammates can join meetings from anywhere. Real-time translation allows people from diverse cultures to collaborate in real time. This is what takes this from a cool idea to a critical one. The metaverse has the ability to stretch us beyond the barriers and limitations of the physical world.
Okay, I hope now I could make it clear that how the concept of metaverse has more to do with virtual reality, augmented reality, and not with
digital and physical worlds come together.
And not with not something related to be synonym with coding, right? So now I hope it is clear. If you have any confusion or question, you can put these in the chat window. These are not actually to say animation. So for example, if I am now teaching you and you all are online and I want to show you a 3D model and the model is in computer, I'm outside the computer. If I want to make my digital identity go inside the computer and show you that model in 3D, standing next to the model, then that concept would be called metaverse, right? That's not a normal animation. This is much bigger thing than that. So some of you were mentioning that you have done Scratch. Can somebody tell me, is it possible to create comic strips in Scratch? Have you ever tried that? Two characters coming together, doing gossip, and you do a storyline. Is it possible? Have you ever tried making comic strips in my Scratch software? Has anyone tried? No? Some people say yes, many a times. So what is a Scratch? What is a Scratch? Can you define in one line what is a Scratch software and for what it is used? You did not understand the code, no worries, Saiti. So we will help you understand the code also. It's a coding platform. But what all can you create using Scratch? Can we count 5 things that we can do using Scratch? Many of you mentioned that you have done Scratch. Anything that you imagine, I like that answer. That's really good. Games, animations, absolutely fine. Games, animations, storytelling. You can even do comic strip writing. You can even make short animation movies. You can make fun games. You can make animation, educational games. You can do cartoon designing. So there are so many things that you can do in Scratch. So I'm going to show you some of the advanced features of Scratch. I'm not sure whether you have learned them before or not. So we will see those features. So I'm opening the Scratch desktop app on my computer, and I would share the screen to show you some of those features to you. The first part, as I said to you, is about designing a comic strip. Those of you who are new to this platform, please just understand. So this is a coding platform, and you have these blocks to your left side. So this is our block palette, which has multiple kind of blocks, and every block has some options. So these are the sub options for a block. So what we can do is we can choose any of these options, and those options will be implemented on the sprite. So this is our stage area, and the character here is called sprite. We have by default the plain background. If you want to change the background, here is the button. You can click on choose a backdrop. So you can, take your sprite to a room. So suppose this is a room and I want my sprite to be here. So I can take my sprite in a room. This is here. Now, if suppose I want to do some animation, right? Or if I want 2 sprites, so one cat from here, one cat from here, they come, they talk, they jump on the bed, something like that. So I can add sprites also. So I can go to this one And suppose my one sprite is cat and my another sprite is, let's say, this one. So I'm taking another cat. Now I want this one to look that side. So I can go and modify its costume. So I can go to costume and I can make it flip. So I can say flip horizontal. So now it's looking at this side and I can place it over here. So I'll come back to the code window. I have changed its costume, means I have made it flip. So this is this side, this is this side. If I want to change the color of this cat, I can select my sprite one and I can go to costumes and I can even change its color. So let's say I want to fill this one with, I want red color cat, a little scary one. So I go here, I can then, fill it with the red color. So I can select this one. And so just 1 minute, I'll take the fill bucket. So this is purple. If I want to change it to red, I can select red from here and I can even change it to red. So this is my sprite. I can change its costume. Changing costume means color, look and feel. You can change all those things. Now, suppose you want to fill a color here, you can do that as well. So I have changed its costume. Now it looks like this and this is here. Now, for example, I want them to come and say hello to each other, but initially their positions have to be this. So we have events. So I go to events and I say when this is clicked, because everything that happens in Scratch happens as an event. So when this event should happen, when this green flag is clicked. So when this green flag is clicked, I want this cat to start at this initial position. So we are saying go to. So this is its initial position and I'll drag out go to block. So I say you start from here. So my sprite is here and what I want when, so this is initially, this was here. So it's a starting position. This is a starting position. So it should start from here. And if I want it to go till here, now what can I do? So I can play. So it would reach here immediately, but I don't want to do it just like that it should go and run that way. So I wanted to gradually go. So if you wanted to go gradually, instead of go to, you take glide block. Now in glide, it happens actually slowly. So it will go slowly. You can even increase its speed. So that is reaching in 1 second. I can say reach in 2 seconds. So it's going further slow. I can make it reach in 3 seconds also. So if I say 3 seconds, it would go very slow. And then I wanted to glide till here and jump over this cat. So after this, once it has reached here, I wanted to jump here. So then what I'm doing is I am noticing its position. So then I'm saying, then glide here and then take 2 seconds. Now see how it goes. And when it comes here, we want sprite to make some iska color change. It should make some hue and cry because sprite 1 is jumping over it. So it should do something, right? So up we have to take the control from sprite number 1 to sprite number 2. So how to send that control from one sprite to another? Can somebody tell me how can I take the control from one sprite to another? What is the technique when you change the control from one sprite to another? What is that called? Put your answers in the chat window. So let me just check the chat window. So you people are right. That is your broadcasting. So what we would do, we would broadcast the control. So we are saying that once it is done, then we want the control to be sent to another sprite. So in that case, if you want to wait for some time, you can wait, or you can directly, go to another sprite. So I'm going to show you one interesting thing. So we are saying broadcast message 1. Now we go to second sprite and say when broadcast message is received. So we are going here. When I receive message 1, then what this sprite has to do. So this particular sprite to whom it has jumped, it should change its costume, or it can make a sound because as if it has got hurt. So we can make it a play sound. So let's see how it goes now. right? So we did just this little animation where we were seeing that how one sprite is going to another and hitting, and then it is making some sound. Now, as soon as it made that sound, we want it to run also. So we can increase its volume also. Please stop annotating, bacha. So let me just take away your annotation rights. So you people love drawing, it seems, right? Okay, let me clear all drawings. Okay, so here we go. Now what we want, that this sprite to whom it has jumped, it should, first play this sound, increase its sound, then play it a little louder, and then if you want, you can change its look also. You can, want it to go to next costume, and we can define the next costume. So we can say next costume. So what we can do in the next costume is, so I'll go to this one, I'll select this sprite and I'll say duplicate. So this is second costume. In the second costume, we want its color to go little fade as if it has got hurt. So we can have little lighter color and fill it with there. So I'm just changing its costume little bit. Now come back to the code and see what happens. Now the costume, this color is changed. So it has changed from the previous costume to old. So as if it had got hurt. Now we wanted to get running. So I select this one. So this is its initial position. This is the initial position of this sprite is here. Now we want it to, this particular sprite to run. So initially it is here. We want it to come to this place. So we wanted to come into this place. Then we are going to again the motion blocks, and then we would say glide. Or we can say glide to random position, that as if it's running from there. So we would just go back, keep it over here. Now let us start. Right. So this is how you can create small animations, and you can see how this would work when you animate things, right? Now, the interesting part here is it allows you to use various kind of blocks. So you have motion blocks, you have looks block, you can change the looks, you can put sound over there, you can do events. So event is when something is clicked, once some key is pressed, when some sprite is clicked. Then you have sensing blocks. So you can, say when this sprite touches the edges or touches, so you can have sensing blocks. Then you have operators which are used, plus, minus, multiply, divide, and then multiple kind of string operators also. Then you have variable blocks, and last but not the least, you have your own blocks. And beyond this also, if you want to learn new things, you have these extensions. So if you click on extensions, so you have various kind of extensions. Now let me show you one extension which is called pen block. So in the pen block extension, in the pen block extension, what you can do is, for example, I have taken this pen block extension. So I want when this is going down, then the pen should be down. So I bring my pen down here and I say that it should, when it glides, so the pen should also go. Now see how it happens. I had to place it back to its original position. Then it would happen. So I forgot to place it back to its original position. So its original position means it should always be here and then it should go. So this is its original position. So I'll go here and I'll make sure that when we start the animation, it is here. So that's how people again go to, and I will place it here. So it would start from here. It would start from here, and then so this pen is coming because we have laid the pen down, right? So wherever pen would go, this can happen. So now see, I show you one fun animation through this pen extension. I am taking a new code. So I'll just go to file, new, and I would show you one new project. So I'm saying when the event starts, we want to do this forever. So when you want to do something repeatedly, you can use the loops. So I'm going to go to forever, and then I'm saying first the pen block. So we would do pen down, and then we can, make the sprite to move to a new location. So we can say that go to random position or glide to random position, whatever you want. And after that, we want to change the pen color. So we can say change pen color. Now see how it goes. You can even change the pen size also. So you will have different sizes of lines. So see how it would work. So this is going randomly from multiple locations to one location to another. Is it fun? Looking interesting? Okay, let me just stop sharing and ask you one or two questions. So what were we doing? What were we making the sprite to do? Were we making sprite to follow our instructions? Sprite was following our instruction, right? So in every coding scenario, you have an object to follow the command. So like, for example, the mama says to Yana, go and get the sunglasses for yourself and myself. So Yana will follow the instruction, get the sunglasses for mama and herself. So in that case, she's following the instruction. So imagine in coding environment, you need an object or a character to follow the instruction. So in sprite, who follows our in Scratch, who follows our instruction? That's sprite, right? So we were making that poor sprite to do so many things, right? So do you think we can have ourselves also as a sprite, or we can have anything as a sprite in Scratch? Can we do that? Can you yourself become a sprite? Your still picture you can take and upload it as a sprite. Can you do that? Right? So we can make anything as a sprite. We can change the sprites also. So sprites can be our character, right? So we can make them do work. So this is also coding. So you pick up some objects, give the commands to make them do something. I showed you one pen exercise. I showed you how you can make the characters move from one place to another. You can even let them have conversations. So now I would show you one example of conversation. How do they do conversation between themselves? Yes, you can do anything. You can even change background. If you want sprites to be talking, in front of Taj Mahal, you can upload a natural background and you can make them talk over there, right? You can add custom backgrounds other than the backgrounds which are given in the default settings. You can even upload a natural environment, right? So let us just see. I'll show you one or two more exciting extensions. So first, let me just stop it. It must be tired of drawing. We made it do a lot of work. So now let's open another project. So for example, if you want to make a comic strip sort of things and you want two sprites. So let me just remove this sprite. I want two natural looking people as a sprite. So let's say I am taking this one, Abby, and I'll make Abby stand here in the beginning of program. And then I want another sprite. So one is Anna and another one is, I want a person facing that side. Even if I don't get, I'll make the person take a turn. Okay, let me take this one, D. So we have D here. So suppose I want D to face this side. So I'll go to costumes and I'll make him flip. Okay, sorry, by mistake, I changed its color, but it's looking nice. So suppose I will take select tool. So let me select it completely. Now after selecting, I want to flip it horizontal. So it's as if they both want to do conversation. If you are done, you can come back to the code. You can take another sprite. Suppose I want her to look a little more that side. So I can go to costume. So I can select her and I can also rotate her a little bit, or I can flip her a little bit. Flipping horizontal will make it flip completely look that side. I don't want to do that, but I want it to look little this side. If I want, I can make it little slimmer. I can take red if I want her to wear red shirt, I can change the costume. Now, what do I want to do next? I want them to do a conversation. So I'll come here. These are their starting positions. So I would go to control. And first I'll begin with the event. When this is start, I want this sprite to be at this position only, where it's standing. So I go and I say, make it stand here. And I go to this second sprite and I say, when green flag is clicked. So when green flag is clicked, I want it to stand here only. So I'll go to motion block and I drag the go to block. So irrespective of the fact, wheresoever I keep them, even if I change their position, when it will be pressed, they both will be at this position, right? Now I want this girl to come till here. So I want it to come till here. So, and I want this boy to come till here. So when they start, they should come closer, right? So I bring this one from here to here. So this is its current position. I leave it here. And then I say glide to this location. So glide to this particular location. Same way, I want for the second sprite, glide to this particular location. So I'm saying glide to this location. Now see how it happens so far. So it would be people will come from here, they will stand here. Now I want that this should ask her, hey, what is your name, whatever. So I want my first sprite to ask a question to the second sprite. So I go to this block, looks block, and I say hello. Hey, what is your name? Right. So we are saying, hey, what is your name? And we want it to say it for 2 seconds. So it would say, and then we want this particular character to tell the name and ask her name in reply. So we want to send the control now from first to second. So in order to send the control, we would again go to broadcasting the message. So we would take the broadcast block here. And on this sprite, on the second sprite, I would say when the broadcast message is received, then what it should say, it should tell its name in response and it should ask the name of other sprite. So it says, say, hey, my name is, let's say Joe. And it asks, how about you? Right? Now let's see how this conversation goes on. So we are clicking on this. What is your name? So it is just saying, but it is not giving me a, because we are asking them to talk to each other. We are not, she is not asking name, means he's not, he's asking what is your name and then he is replying. But if we want him to actually answer, then we, instead of looks block, we could go to sensing block and we can make the sprite to answer the question also. So instead of say, let me just go to this first one. Instead of just saying, it could say ask. So it would ask the name and then it would broadcast. So now see the difference between say and ask. When you ask, an answer is expected. So it's asking, what is your name? Now suppose I say Meera. Okay, Mohan. Now we are giving a name, but then when we'll come to second sprite, so we don't need it to say the answer. We say, how about you? What is your name? So now see how this conversation goes. So I'll just throw this. So suppose I'm, how about you? And then it is asking, what's your name? So she can also respond back saying that this is my name. Now we have got their names, but if we want to use them in future, we have not stored them in any variable. So we need to store them in a variable so that we know what was answered and how we can use it later on. So when this name was being responded, we did not store it. Now here is a variable called answer. So we can capture this answer when name was asked, we can capture this answer in a variable. So I can say make a variable and I can name it as girl name, and I can say for all sprites. And then I'm making one more variable and I am saying boy name. So we can store them and later on use them as well. So I made two variables, girl name and boy name. Now, when we are on first sprite, she's asking the name of the boy. So whatever answer we would get, that will be the name of the boy. So I go to boy name and I say set boy name to this answer. So whatever was answered by the boy, that should go in this variable. Now you come to this, your previous sprite, and you say set girl name. So we are saying set girl name to, and whatever was our answer. Now, if you wish to go back and say that this, girl name has come to know, and you want this to say something, okay, well, Tina, good to know you, whatever like that. So you can again go to, looks block, and you can say this. So it can say, and I can go to my blocks and use the join block to join the messages. So sorry, go to variables and I can, actually, I would use this. So I would say join, and so it's a hey. And if I want it to further say that, now we want girl name to come here. So we will go to variables and we are dragging here girl name. So it says, hey, this. So good to meet you today. So because we have saved it in a variable, we can now use it later on also. Now see how it goes now. What is your name? So it is asking the boy. So boy's name is, let's say, Amit. How about you? What is your name? Let's say she's saying Smriti. So he's saying, hello, Smriti. So good to meet you. Why there was no space? Because I did not give it over here. If you want the space to come, give a space here and give a space here also. So that when it is played, you have a space around when the answer is captured. So it says, let's say, Anil, about you. And then it says, Smara. And then it says, hey, Smara, good to meet you. Because we stored it in a variable, we can use it whenever we need it. So that's the power of variables. So in any coding language or platform, the variables and the constants have a huge value, right? So Sai, are you understanding something, or it's too high level for you to understand? Sai, Sambri, are you understanding something? Are you able to relate? Adil, you put your question in the chat window. You want to make a sound. I'll just show you how would you add your own sound to the sprite. So I'll just show you that, those who want to learn. Okay, so let me just show you. If you want, once he has asked his sound and we want him to, say some recorded wordings. So we could go to sound and we could say play sound until done, and we can record our own sound here. So I would go to record and I'll say, hey, are you aware of coding? I'm going to join the Code India Code Camp. Would you like to accompany me? It would be fun if we'll go together. So I have done that. There was a limit of 30 seconds, so more portion would be deleted, but I can save this much, which is the maximum file limit. Now the sound is being recorded and its name is recording 1. When I'm coming to code, I'm saying play sound recording 1 instead of this. Now see, so it's asking name. I'm putting the name as Amita. Accompany me. It would be fun if we'll go together. So it deleted some part what I recorded because there was a limit of some 10-second, 20-second video. So, but you can record your own voice from here. So I can go to recording and say record. I'll hit the record button. It was a great day meeting you. So it is saved now. I can say save. It is recording 2. I can come to my code. I can change the recording 1 to recording 2. And then I can play it back again. And then I can put the name. It was a great day meeting you. Now he was saying that Sanvi, it was nice to meet you. That was coming as a text on top. What if you want somebody to dictate that text for you? So you have here text to speech block. In the extensions, you could grab that text to speech. Now, this message, whatever is coming, you wanted it to, come in the text to speech, right? So set girl name to answer. So good to meet you. It is saying for something, it is coming on the screen. I don't want it to come to the screen. I want this text to come as a speech. So instead of say, I want this to go as here. So I don't want it to come on the screen. I want it to be said. So instead of this, I want first the girl name to go in the answer. Then it should speak and then it should play the sound. So I can have this one here. Now let's see how it goes.
Hey, Seema, so good to meet you today.
It was a great day meeting you. So see, you can either have your own voices or you can have the speak button, which will speak the text for you. So when somebody is speaking, you have male voice also and female voice also. So you can set, abhi the male was speaking. So you can change voice to alto ki bajaye tenor, or you can have an animal voice, you can have a giant voice, you can have tenor speaking, alto speaking, squeaking sound. So you have multiple types of sounds. Now I'm just changing this one and showing you quickly once again.
Hey, Sarah, so good to meet you today.
It was a great day meeting you. So one is human voice, one is robot-like voice. So you can make the differentiation, but in your comic strips and all, you can use this kind of feature also. So this is just to give you a glimpse. So children, you might say that you have not done the basics and I have showed you some advanced thing. So please understand it's a boot camp, right? So when it's a boot camp, we give you glimpses of things that this is possible. But if you want to join, learn step by step, every little thing, every little command, then you need to do a structured course. So if you all wish to do a structured course, learning everything from ABC from step 1, so you can then join the summer curiosity camp where everything will be taught step by step, right? This is an overview camp to tell you that what is possible and what can be done using these features, right? But if you wish to learn everything in detail, maybe we have to join a long course. In 4 days, we will be giving you glimpses of what is possible, what coding brings to you. So in the chat window, Sushmita ma'am has given the link of summer curiosity camp. So there is a special offer for those children, those who have come to join the Code India camp. So if the children, those who have joined the Code India camp, if you wish to learn everything in detail and join the summer curiosity camp, there is a discount code coupon, which is given specially for you people. You can register and then you can use this C1C20 code to avail 20% discount. It means you were a participant of Code India Code Camp. So this offer is only for the Code India Code participants, right? So presently, this 4 days camp is of no fees, but if you wish to learn things with detail, more precisely, want to go slow, little step by step and understand, like I showed you those AR, VR animation, those boys were putting. If you wish to learn how to put those animation, maybe you have to do a structured course during the summer break, which is a little longer, 18-hour course, where every day you learn something new slowly. And learner means the coaches will give you training They will give you homework assignment. They will give you class assignment. You will be allowed to speak. You'll be allowed to screen share and present your projects, right? So all those will be available in the camp, in the summer camp. These are just webinars to bring awareness to you. So yes, it's paid, but it is very reasonable for children. That, and more so ever, you're getting 20% discount over there. So in the camp, you would learn a lot about AI, AR, VR, advanced level Scratch programming, AI plugins in Scratch. So you would learn many new things over there. So the details of the summer course is available on the link, which is given in the chat window. It's superteacher.in/student course details. And the link of Curiosity Camp is over there. So please go through it. And tomorrow again, do join in for Code India Code Camp. In the sessions, we would see what the world of coding opens to you, right? So we will be seeing many more exciting things tomorrow. I'll show you more coding platforms. So are there people in the room who have tried AI with Scratch? Have you done video sensing, face sensing experiments in Scratch? Anyone? Have you done that? Okay, I see Yana has done, Shirisha has done. Good. 2 people. Have you done AI with your Make Code or MIT? Okay, no. Okay, so never. Okay, so tomorrow I'll show you 2 more new platforms where you can use AR, VR, AI, and do lot more with the coding. And we will see some more fantastic things. So do explore what we did today. So see how pen extension and how voice extension can work in Scratch. And tomorrow I'll show you many more exciting things. I'll see you tomorrow. If you want to learn everything in detail, don't forget to sign in for the Summer Curiosity Camp. Thank you everybody for joining in. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. If you have any question, please put it in the chat window. So those who did the Curiosity Camp last year, somebody's writing, I finished. So this year the course contents are changed. It's not like last year. Please do check it on the website. It's not the same course what you did last year. No, command prompt is not a coding platform. That's an operating system DOS, which gives you command prompt to run certain commands, right? So that's an OS, operating system. That's a user interface. Bye-bye. Bye, beta. See you tomorrow. If you want to complete an assignment and try all this, try making circular arrangements with pen down. Make your sprite to move in the spiral order and let it then draw something on the screen. So use pen extension to make spiral shapes figures on your screen with the help of your sprite, right? Try doing that. The language of 0 and 1 is computer's language, that is binary language. We can code in binary, but it was very difficult way back. People used to code in binary language, but then very limited people were excited about learning coding. Then scientists put together their brains and then they said, why can't people code in a language which is closer to English, and in order to make computer understand it, we can use language translators. So this is where then people started to code in languages which are similar to English, like Python, Java, C, C++. And then we have these language translators which convert what we type in binary for computer to understand, because computer will only understand binary, its own language, right? Okay, bye-bye, beta. See you tomorrow. Have a great evening and great day ahead. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Students, I would just like to tell you everyone that on the last day, that is on 28th February, you'll all receive an assignment that is in the form. So you have to submit it in 24 hours, then you'll all receive the certificate also for attempting Code India Code. So make sure you attempt all the 4 classes, and on 28th, on the end, you'll receive the assignment. Thank you so much, everyone.
So Shirish, you will get the assignment in the last session, right? You'll get the details of the assignment in the last session. Okay, bye bye, beta. See you.